What's going on, man? Steph back with another video, man. And this one is a purpose one. I haven't done one of these in a minute because a lot of female nature videos been popping up in my brain. I still got more, but I just don't write them down and stuff like that. And also too, I want to switch it up, man, because yeah, you know, these women, man, they just drive you fucking crazy, man. And on top of that as well, a lot of you guys really appreciate the content. I really been seeing a lot on TikTok and on here as well. Some of y'all say I yap, and some of y'all say, man, I'm speaking straight facts. But what I'm talking about is really true in being at peace. But let's talk about this purpose, man. You know, let's talk about it, man. So, you know, at my job, man, this is one young guy. He's 17 years young. He was just not feeling this job, man. It's this shopping market job. But what he does is he collects the carts, cleans the bathrooms, and he helps people with bagging their groceries and stuff like that. And he was just like, I'm not feeling it. It's whack and whatever. And then I guess yesterday he just decided to up and quit, right? And he was always just telling me, man, he wanted to do something different with his life. And I was like, bro, you got 1 year left in high school, G. Right? And I told him like this too, you should quit your job. You should do something while you're young and start off, man. You know, you still got to have fun during your teenage years, but life hits you, man, when you graduate. And I would say, honestly, life just hits you when you graduate. And I told him, man, you know, quit your job, man. You could always find another one. You can always get another job, man. But the thing is, what I'm really trying to tell a lot of you guys is find a purpose, right? I'd say it like this. Find something that gives you joy and makes you want to wake up in life, right? And a lot of guys really don't have that. That's why you see the stupid stuff, right? You see it with my comments. Some of these people who be just talking nonsense, don't know what the fuck they doing with their life, scrolling, just talking nonsense, but still, in a reality aspect, they just mad and complaining. But what I always tell guys all the time is find a purpose, man. You know, find something that just brings joy into your life and make you some money. Right? I always knew I had something going for myself at a young age, but I started late with this. Things outside of YouTube I'm doing as well, and it's bringing me a lot of joy, and it's bringing me some money, right? So I always say it like this: if it's making dollars, it's making sense. But also too, if it's bringing joy to your life, it's making sense as well. And that's what I was telling this young guy, man. And also too, he was shooting me some ideas, and I was telling him, maybe you should find something that you love to help people in, because that's what he said he had a joy doing last year. Especially too, another thing is he's blessed because he lives in this upper class neighborhood. So you have friends who can bring you into those type of places, man. And it's like, you know, sparking the idea of finding what you want to do is very important. I tell people, man, start at a young age. I say this all the time in my videos. Start at a young age. Do something that you love to do. Find the joy in it, man. And go for it full throttle. You know, don't just do something for like 6 months to a year and say, oh, it's not working. You know, you got to see it all the way through. I always tell people like this: give it at least 2 to 3 years, maybe even 5. to find it is what you got to do. But like I say, even before that, you got to brainstorm. You got to brainstorm, use it. Honestly, too, even like AMS say all the time, make sure you have yourself a skill where you're benefit and it's a service to everybody else. Because YouTube is not for everybody. You got to have a wonderful personality doing it. A lot of people don't. I see a lot of boring people on here because a lot of people are not like being open up to the camera. And that takes a skill itself. But what I tell guys all the time, find it, love it, man. Something that brings joy. Like when you get up in the morning, you don't have the mindset like, I got to go to work again. Oh man, I gotta pay these bills. When you find something at first and it takes a low budget to get things going or anything, or it costs nothing to do it, it kind of changes your ways of thinking. Like when you do something at night and then you post it or you do whatever and you wake up like, man, I can't wait to go to work and then I have more time to do what I love to do. There's joy in that. All right, you're not like how your other coworkers complaining what somebody else is doing, or you smoking a cigarette, you stressed out, or you just down and depressed. And all that's because throughout your years you were doing nothing but the dumb goofy shit. All right, I shouldn't be cursing so much, but you've been doing a lot of dumb goofy stuff that's not really bringing joy to your life. Even me, when I used to work at here we go again, Stefan with the MBTY stuff, right? Even when I was at LA Fitness, I didn't even enjoy going to the gym. But when I got into, honestly, streaming, and then it was, I say it like this, acting, I was like, wow, you know what? I love the fact that, damn, I could read these scripts, or I can play Halo 4 and stream on Twitch back then. And then it's like, man, I want to go to the gym right after that. Your workouts improve, your mindset is different. Even when you're at work, yeah, you be working at that crappy ass job, but the thing is like this, bro. You just getting the work done so you can collect that paycheck, and you still got to pay your bills. But if you're smart enough and you're willing enough, you can put that money to the side and invest into whatever it is that you want to do. That's why I try to tell guys, man. That's why if you really don't even know, read books, meditate. Yeah, I understand that stuff is boring. Women don't find that shit appealing or find that stuff appealing or anything like that. But read some books, man. Get into your zone, really just take some time to yourself. And this is the thing I want to tell guys like this. Especially, too, with today's dating market, right? Yeah, here we go. Dating time, man. Fellas, if you don't have a girlfriend, you ain't got no bum babies, kids, or anything like that, you are a golden lottery ticket. That means you can do something really amazing with your life. Because a lot of guys, especially too, like these older idiots that I've even experienced, oh man, you got to have a family and this, that, and the third. But when the income ain't mathing and you got all this overhead of a woman, especially too, taking you to child support, or she just destroying your bank account, and the kids, because they got to eat and they got to go to school and all that stuff, life ain't fun after that. Not unless you just really enjoy taking care of your family. I give men respect for that. Like a man who said, you know what? My kids is important. My beautiful wife who respects me. That's important to me. And they look at me as a superhero. I'm all for that. I give a round of applause to guys like that. But if you don't have none of that, get into something that you love to do, man, even if it don't make sense to a lot of people. Because a lot of people do a lot of yapping, but the ones who yap and complain about their life, those are the ones that ain't doing nothing. And I'm telling you guys right now, get to that purpose, man, so it can collect you a check. I don't care what anybody gotta say, man. Really do something, right? Especially too, I love what FitX Fearless is doing right now. He's telling the guys out here, man, get into some branding so you know you can do something like that. But it's got to make sense though. You can't just say, oh, I just want to do drop shipping because of making money. That's not what it is. Like even I had a photo shoot I had to do with in LA. I'm not gonna say who. And a lot of guys was like, yeah, I want to get rich and smash a bunch of girls. Good luck with that. There's got to be a purpose, the reason why you're doing what it is what you're doing. And I had to take my time and really understand that. So I'm telling guys, man, lock in on something that you love to do. Even if you're doing something now, there's something bigger behind that too. There's always, you always got to always understand like, okay, there's more of a reason why I'm doing this. And to a lot of you guys got to figure that stuff out. That's what I was telling that young kid, man. You 17 years young, quit this job, bro. Especially too when you have a supportive parents who want to see you do happy, and he wants to take care of his mom and make sure whatever, even though his mom is good. But do what it is that you love to do, because my parents actually believed in me, but the main important thing was I believed in my damn self. I always knew in my little weird little brain I can do something great with myself. And then like, you know, I have supporters for like a really small content creator like myself who actually believe in me. Meanwhile, I didn't know it, but these are the things when I'm trying to tell like you guys can do something too. I've seen it with my own eyes, me giving an idea to somebody and they taking it and running the bag with it. I'm telling you, like, you can really do something great with yourself. But it just takes time. It's going to take you at least 10 years to hit that strive. 15, 20. But what I'm telling you, like the young guys, or even somebody who was like me, who's not really dealing with females, who don't have friends, you can really take a paper plate and turn it into a 5-star restaurant, if you understand what I'm saying. I know to a lot of you guys that don't make no sense, but you can do something that great. Because let me tell you something. Back then, a lot of people I was around, negativity, garbage and stuff, they still where they at. But you got to make that move to get out of there. Because a lot of people want you to stay here instead of you going all the way up there. And you got to remove yourself. And I'm so proud that I did that. And I thank my father every day for getting me out of that nonsense. So it's like you got to keep striving, bro. You got to keep going. Full throttle, no problem, man. It's not going to make sense to a lot of people. Hell, even when I was at LA Fitness, I tell you, I was a janitor guy, making only 13, and I went to 16 an hour. But I was the one cracking a smile on my face because I was doing stuff outside of work. Meanwhile, all my, coworkers in that department crying and pointing the finger, oh, this person not doing this, doing that, doing this, blah, blah, blah. But I'll tell you right now, once I leave, you know what's going on right now? They're still fighting amongst each other, because that's just how a stupid person thinks. That's how a stupid person thinks, right? Like being out here in this neighborhood, man, some of these young guys, like I gave a ticket to this guy who had a Tesla. I knew he was rich as hell. He was like, how much is the ticket? I told him $60. Yeah, I'll take care of it. And I was like, oh. That's the type of mindset he is. Maybe because his parents got it, or he's doing something that's really having him booming. But when you really on your grind, you on your purpose, you can shift your thinking. You can do that. But it takes all up here. It takes all up here. Yeah, it's hard to, do that, but yo, you gotta put in that work. You gotta shift that mindset. Because if not, you're gonna end up just like them people at my old job. Mad, complaining, stressed out at home. Because of you doing the dumb stuff and you not having a belief of you can do something different. So it's on you, man. And I know that 17-year-old kid I was talking to, he's gonna do great things. I'm out.